Coming up next on AMSOIL Championship Off-Road, the world's best in short course accept the challenge from one of the most demanding tracks on the national circuit. ERX is big, bad fast, and with plenty of history. In Pro 2, Ryan Beat has not missed a beat. But today Ryan is racing with a cracked vertebrae. Can this warrior rise to the challenge?
Tell you what, man, I think warrior is probably the best word to describe Ryan Beat.
The father and son dream of Johnny and CJ Greaves continue to kick up the dust in Pro 4. But can they hold off the wild man, Adrian Cheney, and former world champion, RJ Anderson? This is Haley Shanley. AMSOIL Championship Off-Road from ERX on Fox Sports starts now.
150 plus horsepower about to unleash. Flag flies, we're underway in Pro 2.
There is thunder in the valley here in Crandon.
Great back line.
Wow, heavy contact. Greaves with a run. They're coming to the line. They make contact. But
Rotate a little bit. Here comes Cole Neighbor. Kyle Cheney is hunting down CJ Greaves. Henderson stuffed the truck. Who's going to get their truck to turn one first? It looks like it's Corey Winter, Jared Brooks, Keegan Kincaid.
hello, everyone, and welcome to AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. We are at the midway point of the 2024 season here at the ERX Off-Road National at ERX Motor Park in Elk River, Minnesota. I am Shane Stetsny. The man to my right is Brent Smith. Brent, this track, it always brings out the best in all of our drivers here in Champ Off-Road. What can we expect from the challenges that this track is going to provide the drivers here this weekend?
Well, you can expect great racing. It's going to be like a bull ring, just like a short track, because there's so many elevation changes. You have to hit your marks.
Well, right now, before racing action gets underway, let's go down trackside to Haley Shanley.
Jimmy Henderson here. Jimmy, help us break down the situation that happened yesterday where you go off track over the Ziegler catapult. What exactly happened there? It didn't seem like it was that you were overdriving the vehicle.
Yeah, it was the Ziegler catapult. The catapult right off the edge of the track. Yeah, we were just, we had a pretty good sized lead after the accident down here. Just trying to keep it calm, just put it on the bike. Tried to save it, and we were actually able to save it. Didn't bend the truck, didn't even knock the toe out. So it shows the durability of the truck.
Thanks, Haley. Well, racing just a few moments away here at the ERX Off-Road National. But before that, let's take a GoPro lap around the track here at ERX. There is the finish line tabletop, this deceptively sharp drop-off into turn one. A lot of passing going on down there through Sportsman Racing. And then it's hard on the loud pedal up over this big booter jump down the longest straightaway on the racetrack.
Yeah, then you go into this core 180. You really got to be patient. You got to hit your marks. Then you get a good drive, and then we go into what we call the split lane.
Yeah, make a choice.
Really challenging, Shane.
You got to make a choice and make it early there. During pro racing, we should see about an even split, drivers going left or right. Then through this rhythm section, another place that your car can get really upset, really out of shape, and then another split lane. Again, we should see about an even split during pro racing. Then this jump. We've already seen super stock trucks jump almost 200 feet over it. Pro 2s and Pro 4s are going to absolutely launch off that thing. And then Ziegler Cat Hill. This is my favorite feature on the racetrack.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so fast. It's technical. If
Whoa.
you get a good ride out of this bottom, and it flows really, really nice. And that will be our finish line. And that is a GoPro lap of the day.
Pro 2 just a few moments away here at the ERX Off-Road National. Your Yokohama top qualifier for Pro 2 is Mickey Thomas. But Brent, I think the big story in Pro 2 is Ryan Beat. He's up against some serious challenges here.
Yeah, he came into this weekend. He had a motorcycle accident, so he's all beat up. He has a broken collarbone, a fractured pelvis. I mean, a lot is going on underneath his camp, but he's ready to do war here. Field, we're about ready to take the green flag, Shane. 750 plus horsepower gonna unleash. Boy, Ryan Beat moved Mickey Thomas out of the way early.
Yeah, drove right across his nose. That's gonna leave the door open for Ricky G in the number 78. Looks like Gutierrez able to slide into second.
It's gonna be really slippery coming into this 180, that core RV turn.
Mickey Thomas getting shuffled back. Might fall all the way back to fifth as he's now being threatened by Keegan Kincaid. Everybody choosing their lane through the first split lane. Track is beautiful and smooth for now, but it's going to get torn up quickly.
Yeah, the sun is out shining off the roofs of these trucks, so they're definitely going to have a great track here in a couple laps.
And Beat landed really nose heavy off the Yokohama flyaway.
Every time he lands off these jumps, I just feel inside of that truck with him how hard his body is hitting.
Corey Winter and Mickey Thomas starting to battle it out. Winter, the defending champ, only running a partial schedule this year. He was able to edge Mickey Thomas in that championship a year ago. Thomas currently sitting in fourth. He's got some work to do as Rowdy Ryan Beat tries to stretch it out over his teammate, Ricky Gutierrez.
Yeah, Ricky G looking very good early in this race. Finally getting comfortable with that truck. It was nothing he was doing. He just kept on breaking it. Just mechanical issues, just overheating issues. They've overcome it. You can definitely tell he is hard on the loud pedal going through that rhythm section one more time.
Corey Winter dives to the bottom in Talladega turn. Trying to get that run on Gutierrez. Not going to happen that time. See Thomas staying right on the back bumper of Winter. Now look at Winter try to shoot to the bottom as they go to the top of Ziegler Cat Hill. They were inches apart from making contact.
Here comes Winter now. They make contact now. He's going to try to take that spot away. Last year's points champion taking over that runner-up spot.
I think Winter might have spooked Gutierrez just a little bit now. Ricky G trying to fight back on the inside. Wrinkles the bedside of Winter.
Yeah, he's trying to tear it off. He's trying to do anything under his power to get up to Ryan Beat, but Ryan Beat's checking out early.
Thomas now going to work. He showed a wheel to the inside of Ricky G.
Wow, look at that jump that they come off of, and then they crisscross through that section.
Man, Winter made
so sketchy.
Winter just made a last-second lane change to run the bottom. As Thomas gets into the back of Gutierrez, they're still making some contact. Now Thomas with a run down the hill.
Yeah, they're going to make more contact coming through this section here. Ricky G just slide jobs him, just punches him in the side door.
Gloves are coming off early here in Pro 2. Ricky G again hunting the bedside of Mickey Thomas. Meanwhile, looks like Johnny Holcher moves up a spot in front of Keegan Kincaid, but Kincaid trying to shoot back to the bottom in turn one. Not going to happen. Holcher moves up a spot.
The Yokohama Tires Ford moving up another position, getting by Keegan Kincaid. That's not an easy task. Now his eyes are set on Ricky G. Ricky G and Mickey Thomas have played a little tag these last couple laps.
Not very often that we see Pro 2 get this physical in the first half of the race.
Ryan Beat, that Bilstein Shock Chevrolet, those Toyo tires really laying down to the ground.
Well, for a little bit more info on Rowdy Ryan Beat, we'll go down trackside. Haley Shanley is standing by.
It was nearly inhuman how 1 round ago Ryan Beat was able to earn a podium position in his condition. Multiple broken bones and other injuries throughout him. This is not easy to do. Well, I spoke with the team earlier today, Ryan Beat Motorsports, and the technicians to better understand what adaptations did they make to the truck to compensate for his injuries, and they said there's really not much we can do. So all we really did was add some more cushion to the seat.
Here comes Thomas again in that Mystic Lubes ride, all torn up, trying to pick a spot away one last time.
Yeah, Thomas already battle tested. Not much fiberglass left on the number 44. But here is him trying to get a run through the split lanes on Winter.
Yeah, they're pretty equal coming through there. Looks like Winter taking over that spot once again, but here comes Thomas to the inside. Can he get enough grip on exit?
It's going to be close. They're side by side over the Yokohama Tires flyaway. Winter able to just push his way back in front once again of Mickey Thomas. It'll be 2 laps to go this time by.
This is the battle on the track right now. We'll see if Winter can defend off Mickey Thomas. That Vision Canopy ride number 1, last year's points champion, trying to prove he belongs up front.
Oh, Thomas just hooked a little run down there in turn 1. That's going to cost him that run that he had. Chance for Winter to catch his breath a little bit, but right away Thomas right to his bedside in the Core RV hairpin.
This looks like Ryan Beat is just put it on cruise control in this second half. Once again, you can see second and third Winter and Thomas, but that is a big gap here with 2 laps to go. Thomas trying to get around Winner again. Can he close the door?
Side by side again over the flyaway, and again, Winner, a little bit better run off the outside.
They're actually jumping up into that turn. It's such a cool shot. Down that catapult one more time. The white flag should be out that time by, and it is. So we'll see if Thomas has any more left in the tank to try to hunt down Corey Winner. The tires start to go away late in this race. They ripped them apart on this blue groove. You see Ryan Beat holding it together one final time.
Once again, Mickey Thomas right next to the bedside of Corey Winner as they went through the hairpin. And again, Thomas staying committed to that right-hand side through the first split lane. We'll see him launch down the hill, and he's out of shape again. That might be the mistake that cost him his opportunity at second. Winner is going to be well ahead, maybe 4 truck lengths as they go over the Yokohama flyaway.
Yeah, I think Corey Winner's really dialed it in these last 2 laps. Shown to be pretty quick, but not quick enough to catch the Bill Stein Shock Ride Chevrolet of Ryan Beat. Those Toyo tires lasted to the end.
What a day, what a story. Rowdy Ryan Beat overcoming all those injuries, fresh injuries from just a few days ago. He is your round 7 Pro 2 winner. Corey Winner across the line in second. Mickey Thomas, battle tested, battle proven, survives for a third.
This has to be one of your hardest earned races.
Yeah, by far. I think this is the gnarliest one of my career for sure. Last Saturday today, 7 days ago, I broke my collarbone, my tailbone, and my pelvis. So, man, I did it on a dirt bike and kind of like I said yesterday, just told myself if I'm going to be dumb enough to get hurt during race season, I need to be tough enough to race hurt. So here we are. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
When Champ Off-Road returns to ERX, AMSOIL Pro Side-by-Side is next at the home track for Andrew Carlson.
AMSOIL Championship Off-Road is brought to you by AMSOIL, specialized lubricants engineered for what you drive.
Welcome back to AMSOIL Championship Off-Road here at the ERX Off-Road National. Once again, I'm Shane Stetsny and he is Brent Smith. AMSOIL Pro Side-by-Side now just a few moments away. They're next up on the track. Our Yokohama top qualifier in this class was CJ Greaves. But I got to say, Brent, here at Elk River, it's hard to pick against the hometown boy.
Yeah, Andrew Carlson, he's ready to do battle. This is hometown track, his backyard. He might get a little bit more track time than everyone else. The green flag is about to fly. Pros side by side are underway. Look at Baker already going to the inside on CJ Greaves, and he takes that spot away.
That Baco Can-Am on the move early. Remember, Kanan Baker, only 16 years old. He was on the podium yesterday in Pro Side-by-Side and Pro 4. He is on the move early. This whole class is just loaded with talent. Someone is up in smoke, and I think that's Kyle Cheney.
Yeah, I see a little bit of a glimpse of yellow on the hood, so it's got to be Kyle Cheney. Tough break for him early.
Whatever it was that let go, it let go in a hurry, and he came to a stop pretty quickly. But up front, it's Andrew Carlson in the Polaris number 15, the Can-Am number 21 of Baker, and the number 33 Polaris of Greaves.
Yeah, Kanan Baker really looking fast. Oh, he loses the right rear tire, just shears it off.
Landed a little bit too hard on that right rear corner. That is the battle for third.
Yeah, Owen's definitely reeling in Jeff Boodle. About a second behind him, going through our big flyaway, the Yokohama tires jump.
After qualifying on Friday, Jeff Boodle found out that they were down on horsepower. They had a problem that they didn't even realize they had. Discovered it and solved it, so he should be back at full strength. This part 2 of AMSOIL Pro Side-by-Side is underway. We'll see if Greaves wants to push the issue here in turn 1. Carlson just parked his car right on the preferred line, and Greaves really didn't have anywhere to try to make a pass.
Yeah, he just slingshotted out of a cannon there. Andrew Carlson now gonna go a little wide, gonna open the door, but he's gonna get that drive to go into that split lane section.
Van Eperen was on the outside of Boodle through that hairpin as well, trying to make that pass happen on the outside. Couldn't get it done, so Boodle escapes and will hold on to third. See, Greaves starting to run some different lines, so he's working, he's studying, he's trying to find something that Andrew hasn't found yet. 1.1 seconds the interval the last time past the finish line.
But he did lay down the fastest lap of the race that last time by a couple tenths, but he is getting quicker as this race progresses.
Rodney Van Epperen definitely starting to reel in Jeb Boodle. He's been just hunting that rear bumper of Boodle the last couple laps.
Boodle seems like he's a little bit better through those split lanes. They're all checking up a little bit through there. There is a local caution. We got a car upside down on the infield section.
I'm not able to tell which car that was flipped over. Looks like Boodle actually able to open the gap back up coming out of that caution. Carlson's been on a heater all season. He's about to lock down win number 5 through the first 7 rounds. He's got his sights set on bigger things. He's looking at that championship. And this win here in round 7 has him set up very nicely for the stretch run of this season.
Andrew, I don't know, we've seen you sweep before, but just something about this one seems like a defining moment in what has been a meteoric 2024. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's a huge group effort. This team is it's next level. So, and honestly, we wouldn't be here if we weren't getting pushed by guys like CJ and Kyle and Jeb here, right? We know you can never count out CJ. That car's only going to get faster and faster. So
that's a sweep for Andrew Carlson for AMSOIL Pro Side by Side.
Still ahead, Pro Spec is one of the fastest growing classes. Will Chris Van den Elzen lead the charge today? But first, a huge shout out to the winner of the Yokohama Hard Charger Award. Congrats Ashton Dreyer with a 3-race win streak.
Welcome back to the ERX Off-Road National. This is AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. Brent Pro Spec coming up next. Your Yokohama top qualifier in Pro Spec, Christopher Parrish. He's a rookie, but he's been tough to tame this season.
Yeah, he's been like a silent assassin. You never know when he's going to get to the front of the field, but he's put in the work, he's put in the time. But you got to watch for guys like Chris Van den Elzen and Nick Visser. They're ready to pounce on that #1 spot.
Well, looks like Van den Elzen got a pretty good start. He will have the advantage over Parrish into turn 1, and already Visser leaning on Parrish. Visser went up on the bike for a moment.
Yeah, he leaned it up, has a little softer sway bar in that truck, trying to get as much bite as possible. Van den Elzen gonna try to tiptoe his way around, goes really, really wide.
Got to get back in the throttle fast. He caught a door there from Parrish, and now look at Visser forcing his way up past Christopher Parrish. This light rain falling, though, this is one of those strange cases where the track's actually going to get a little bit wetter as the race goes on. These drivers are going to have to make all kinds of adjustments. See Visser again trying that bottom line through Talladega turn. Yet again, Van den Elzen just steals the line away, moves over and plays defense.
Here comes Christopher Parrish now on the inside chain. He's going to try to widen out this corner and get on the inside of Visser. He can't get there, can't get the truck to turn. Oh! Both first and second go around. Parrish takes the lead.
Yeah, Van den Elzen went around. Visser had nowhere to go. Those two will be shuffled back, and now it's Parrish and Parsons dueling for the race lead. Visser creeping up on the back bumper. Van den Elzen piles into the back of him. No harm, no foul, but Van den Elzen definitely aware now that Visser hot on his heels.
Yeah, that's a battle on the racetrack right now. We'll see if Van den Elzen can get back in front of him. He's going to push him a little wide. Nice block pass. Gets it right in front of his front bumper.
That's how you play defense right there if you're Van den Elzen. You could see that Visser almost kind of telegraphed that crossover move, and Van den Elzen says, no way, man, I'm going to take that line away from you before you can get there. We are back underway here in Pro Spec. It looks like Van den Elzen, not sure if he missed a shift or what happened there, but lagged a little bit on that restart. That let Visser sneak on by. So Nick Visser now into third. Van den Elzen will have to go back to work if he wants to repeat on the podium. Meanwhile, Van den Elzen has gotten his way back around Visser. So Chris Van den Elzen once again in a podium spot, and Visser.
Oh man, Visser goes over hard.
Hooked a rut down there in turn 1. You see tons of front end damage on that truck. Parrish just a couple of corners to go, and he's going to pick up another win if he can hold it together. Looks like he will. The Bilstein Shocks machine of Christopher Parrish takes another one here in 2024. He is your round 7 Pro Spec winner. Parsons barely able to hold on over Vandenelsen at the line.
So I got to ask you about that last lap. You find out that it's 1 lap to go. Was that pressure for you, or was it as much fun as it looked like for you?
Man, it definitely was some pressure. I knew Dylan and Van den Elsen were right there, so I was just like, I need to lock in and put in the best lap I possibly can. So I definitely felt the pressure that last one.
Attention all buggy geeks. The Pro Buggy class is on deck.
Welcome back, everyone. This is AMSOIL Championship Off-Road here at ERX Motor Park at the ERX Off-Road National. Pro Buggy, next up on the schedule, your Yokohama top qualifier in this one, Brent, Jordan Bernlohr. This is his home track. He got his first career win here back in 2023. I'm looking for big things from him. What about you?
Yeah, Jordan Bernlohr really quick coming in this weekend. Anytime you can take the Yokohama top qualifier, you're doing something right. But check out his brother, Cole Bernlohr. He's the one to watch. Well, here we go, Shane. Pro Buggy underway. The first pro class is taking the green flag. We'll see how it shakes up. A little dust going into turn number 1.
Track is absolutely perfect right now for these Pro Buggies. Cole Bernlohr leading the way as they go into the Core RV hairpin for the first time. You see Booth trying to work that outside line, and he got a really great drive out of the Core RV corner.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time. He wants a win here at ERX Motor Park. He's got the pedal to the metal, trying to drive through Talladega Turn as we speak.
Yeah, Booth moved from 5th to 3rd in that corner. Thought processes of these drivers as they switch up their lines. Some drivers will cross over between the split lanes. It's both directions. Some drivers will run inside in the first one, outside in the second one, vice versa. All the way inside, all the way outside. We'll see him try all 4 of those combinations.
Yeah, I heard Johnny Holger last night. He's like, your crew member can tell you to go inside or outside, but at the last minute, you pick where you want to go. You're the driver. You got to make that choice. Talk to a lot of these drivers. They say it's like landing on a pillow. It's not a bad ride. It's such a nice cushion that gives you an opportunity to drive these cars right up until the edge as we're coming to that halfway point, Shane.
Well, I think the start is going to be ever critical, this restart after the competition yellow, because Dave Mason Jr., multi-time winner this season, is going to try and gain on your race leader right now, but that's going to be difficult because Cole Bernlohr has not only been consistently 0.8 to an entire second faster per lap than your second place runner and the rest of the field, but he seems to be picking up on that speed. So gaining in speed as your race leader.
It's a mind game here at ERX Motor Park.
Pro Buggy round 7, part 2. Flying down into turn 1, and Bonacci trying to make some early moves, getting past Jaden Minder.
Lorenzo Bonacci taking over another spot. He's on the move.
But no change in the top 3. Cole Bernlohr leads them once again down into the Core RV hairpin.
I mean, look at that gap in between each and every driver, about the same.
Mason made a little mistake there in turn 1, though. That's going to let Booth close the gap. Now Booth trying the outside line. It is tough to pass on the outside in that hairpin.
Yeah, he's forced to go to that outside. Bonacci going to try to follow him through the door. There's Minder.
Cole Bernlohr once again running away. Bonacci almost clipped that berm coming out of the split lanes.
Here comes Jordan Bernlohr now.
Yeah, one tiny mistake from Bonacci, and Bernlohr able to sneak by him.
Boy, it don't take much. Hey, Shane, you make a little bobble, somebody's going to slap you on the back.
That's what the margins look like here at ERX Motor Park.
Bernlohr, he started way outside going through that turn on the exit by the finish line jump, and he tried to stretch it out to the outside, but Booth has just been that fast. Hitting that handbrake one more time.
Whoa.
Oh, Booth gets a little sideways.
Had to correct there, Billy Booth did, and that lets Mason sneak away. Also lets Bonacci re-enter the conversation there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And again, Bonacci getting crossed up coming out of the split lane.
Well, it looks like he's doing what he needs to do on this final turn, going through Ziegler Cat Hill. He's going to be staring at Faye, going to take the checkered flag. Round 7 winner, Cole Bernlohr.
When Champ Off-Road roars back to ERX, a behind-the-scenes tour of a world-class garage. Andrew Carlson is our guide to his amazing race shop right here in Elk River.
Welcome back to AMSOIL Championship Off-Road here in Elk River, Minnesota at the ERX Off-Road National. Brent, this is Andrew Carlson's backyard. This is his hometown track. We already saw him on top of the Boxing Pro side-by-side.
Yeah, he's doing phenomenal things in 2024. He loves this place. He helped design this facility. He has a lot more than just a racetrack here.
Hey guys, Andrew Carlson here. We're at ERX Motor Park at our CM race shop. I'm gonna give you guys a tour of what we got going on. So we got the Pro 4 sitting here. That's where she normally lives. Just nice at the home track to be able to come in here and work on it here. If we got to do any welding or any major fab, we bring it up here, and yeah, just nice. So yeah, we got kind of just general parts storage, all our fuel and tires and rims. Got some ditch banger sleds up hibernating. This is where all the heavy fab's done, iron worker, shears, all the aluminum fab tools, tube notchers. We got a lathe in the corner. This is what we call the podium. So we do a lot of entertaining during the race weekend. This is where we have all the dinner meals with all the crew and family. We use this space a lot. We really, even just coming in and watching Supercross with friends and family, we have all our kids' birthday parties in here, and yeah, we just really enjoy it. It's a cool space. It gives my dad a spot to hang his dead animals on the wall, and yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Got some cool sleds that we put on display, and yeah, usually we had, before this weekend, we had Travis's Pro 2 in here on display, and yeah, it's just kind of a cool area that we use a lot. Just my family enjoys it, and we use it a lot for events, kind of host stuff out of here. So thanks for coming out and checking out our shop, and yeah, hope to see you guys out there.
Still ahead, time for the big show, the madness of Pro 4, as the world's greatest short course racers prepare for a showdown.
AMSOIL Championship Off-Road is brought to you by AMSOIL, specialized lubricants engineered for what you drive.
Welcome back to AMSOIL Championship Off-Road here at the ERX Off-Road National. Once again, I am Shane Stetsny. He is Brent Smith. The big dogs next up on the schedule. It is time for Pro 4. CJ Greaves, your Yokohama top qualifier in that one. But this field is stacked, Brent.
Yeah, these are the big bad boys of the sport. 900 plus horsepower. CJ Greaves, he always finds his way to the front. But right now, you never know who's going to win. Jimmy Henderson, Adrian Cheney, really looking strong. He's ready to rock and roll here at ERX Motor Park. The green flag is about to fly. 900 horsepower about to unleash.
My goodness, did RJ Anderson get a great jump, and look at Kanan Baker roughing up CJ Greaves a little bit, shoves him off the race line in turn one.
Then he goes right by Johnny Greaves as well, so he's trying to make up some ground early.
So the 16-year-old rookie Kanan Baker taking no prisoners. Look at Johnny roughing him up a little bit. The KG veteran gives a shove right back to the young gun.
Boy, Baker looks really comfortable in this Pro 4 early in this season.
He'll go to work.
CJ Greaves.
Baker going to work trying to hunt down the wild man. And oh, trouble for Kanan Baker. He is going to pull off the racetrack. Just like that, his spirited run is over on lap number one.
Tough break for Baker. Now we go back up front. It's RJ Anderson in that NOS energy drink ride. Then the United Rentals ride of Jimmy Henderson trying to hunt him down. Remember, we seen Henderson in round 6 take that lead right before the mandatory competition caution. Then he went over the K-rail.
We'll see how Jimmy Henderson wants to play it, how aggressive he wants to be here in the first half. I think we just got our answer. He was driving into that corner backwards. Henderson is flat out right now trying to run down RJ Anderson. Look at those guys just bouncing off the berms in those split lanes.
Yeah, we let everybody know at home when Henderson goes by, we can feel that rumble go through the booth each and every time. These are 900 plus horsepower trucks. They're nothing to mess with if you don't know how to drive them. Look at them flying off that drop off.
About 175 feet of air is, oh, maybe trouble for the wild man. He is off the base, and look at him collect some other trucks. Johnny Greaves not able to avoid running into the back of Cheney, so Cheney's day is done in the number 11. The round 6 winner retiring early here in round 7, and we're already down 2 trucks here in Pro 4.
Tough break for the wild man. RJ Anderson in that NOS energy drink ride just pitching it in.
Henderson just trying to keep the pace. CJ Greaves in the 3rd spot, Andrew Carlson 4th, Johnny Greaves into the top 5. and Cheney just swapping all over the place, trying to keep that truck pointed the right direction.
Wow, look at that air time from RJ Anderson, close to 200 feet down that hill in that 37 ride. All four wheels digging in these Pro 4s.
Yeah, you think RJ's pushing the pace a little bit right now? Like I said, he's not trying to win a championship. He's running a partial schedule. He gets paid to show up and win races, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. As you see, there's the wild man. Finally came to a stop in turn 1.
Yeah, he's in a dangerous spot right there. It's hard to see. Cheney parked there. Luckily, it's a bright orange truck. As Henderson still backing it into that 180, that core RV turn.
Well, Henderson's pushing extremely hard right now.
Getting all crossed up, tank swapping that United Rentals ride. He needs just to focus forward and keep digging as CJ Greaves now working his way up, trying to catch Henderson.
Yeah, no pressure on Greaves from behind right now. He can focus all his energy on catching up to Henderson. Still a long way to go, 9.5 minutes left on the clock. Anderson, Henderson, Greaves. A long way back to Carlson in 4th. See that local yellow is the safety team helping Adrian Cheney get off the race course.
Yeah, kind of confused me from our camera view. I thought he was pulling out in front of the field. As there's CJ Greaves in that Monster Energy Toyota number 33. Trying to hunt down these two maniacs in the lead.
Well, Henderson looks to be closing in just bit by bit right now on RJ Anderson. Then a little mistake there from Henderson.
Yeah, your eyes are telling me the exact right answer, Shane. He is definitely creeping in on the backside of RJ Anderson.
These guys are just driving on the edge. It's unbelievable to watch them through that split lane section. They're bouncing off the berm on the left side, bouncing off the berm on the right side. All of them getting all crossed up through the rhythm section.
You wonder if Tratt's telling Henderson, you know, don't overshoot these jumps. Don't try to ruin your equipment trying to get to RJ. You got a second half. I always didn't like that new rule with
yeah, the competition
Baldwin
yellow.
And yeah, Ricky Johnson and Jim Baldwin made that decision, I don't know what, 15 years ago, and it wasn't a good idea, but now, hey, it resets his field and gives a guy another shot at it.
Yeah, the strategy that the competition yellow brings into the off-road racing game as Henderson got all crossed up. Had to check up big time to not clean out RJ Anderson up the face of the Yokohama flyaway.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous going off that flyaway jump.
Just to wrap up that thought about the competition yellow, I love the strategy. There's drivers that will hang back until the second half. CJ Greaves, definitely one of those guys. He is all by himself in 3rd right now.
Yeah, and at the same time, he's watching RJ Anderson. He can see him out front. He's watching where he's going to see where he's fast, and he gets to babysit Henderson at the same time.
Henderson still pushing so hard trying to catch up to Anderson. You see the blue groove coming in early here at the finale of 2 days of racing here at ERX Motor Park. Henderson following Anderson again through the outside of Talladega turn.
Yeah, Jimmy Henderson just needs to settle down just a little bit. He knows he has the speed. He was climbing right alongside of Anderson coming up that hill a couple laps ago. The green flag is not being displayed this time by, so we're at the halfway point when we talked about, Shane. This is going to get interesting. It's Anderson, Henderson, Greaves, your top 3.
Carlson, the hometown kid, across the line in 4th. Johnny Greaves in 5th. And right now at the halfway point in Pro 4, Haley's got some more info for us on Jimmy Henderson.
Now you can have the best Pro 4 truck in the world, the finest tuning, but you need to drive this truck how it demands to be driven. That's what Jimmy Henderson told me earlier today. He said this truck is set up so similar to how Kyle LeDuc's truck was set up, and it demands 144% of me. So working out the bugs, and again, working to rise to the occasion of this brand new truck, the number 44, Jimmy Henderson.
Pay attention, it's up to RJ Anderson to take off at any given time. Here we go.
Pro 4 war back underway, and right away Johnny Greaves sticks a nose to the inside of Carlson. Well, who's going to escalate? It's going to be Johnny Greaves. He pushed Carlson right out of the way. Now Henderson goes to work, and he's going to go into the bedside. Look at this, a huge pileup. Henderson had to monster truck RJ Anderson to get through that mess.
What a big mix-up. Johnny Holger moves into the second place position.
Kanan Baker now into the third spot. Paul Wolf managed to dodge all the carnage as well. He's up into that fourth spot.
I don't know, that contact with Henderson and RJ Anderson, they're both going around at the same time. What do you see? Oh, we got a left front flat on Henderson.
Big trouble for the 44 of Henderson. He is going to stay on the racetrack. Try to tough it out through this flat left front tire.
I don't know, we'll have to babysit it. There's no interliners in these tires, so you only got the bead lock to hold on to that tire, so pay attention, it's gonna get interesting. Holger's in second.
Kanan Baker all over the back door of Holcher as they came through turn one. Johnny Greaves still in the fourth spot, Andrew Carlson in fifth.
And we're getting told that Jimmy Henderson is getting the black flag. He's gonna have to serve his penalty.
So at least for the moment, Henderson out front. And Baker trying to move his way past Johnny Holcher. 16-year-old Kanan Baker now running second behind Henderson, who has a flat tire.
And you remember early in the season, Johnny Holger, he had a shot at his first Pro 4 career victory, and he kind of got it taken away by a caution lap.
Well, Henderson staying out there on the racetrack to try to hold on to this lead, but Kanan Baker closing very quickly.
And you got to come in. You got to serve that penalty. So we're getting word that Kanan Baker is a lap down. So Johnny Holger, when Henderson goes in, will take over this race lead.
Well, this is still big for Baker right now. He's trying to get that lap back and get back on the lead lap. You never know if another caution could come out.
Oh, Baker makes a big mistake, hits the K-rail, almost goes upside down.
Clips the fence, and my goodness, Johnny Holger.
Made contact with Holger.
So close there. So again, to reiterate, Baker was a lap down. Henderson for the moment out front. That tire has to be getting close to delaminating at this point. And here goes Henderson into the hot pit. Johnny Holcher takes over the race lead. Still a long way to go in this one, and Holcher hooks a run, and he will spin out.
Oh, tough break by Johnny Holcher. He stubs the truck. Now Paul Wolf takes the lead.
Going back to take a look at Baker as he clipped that fence. Narrowly missed by Holcher. Paul Wolf now leads in Pro 4. 0 career Pro 4 podiums for the rookie Paul Wolf, and he is way out front of this one.
Oh man, what a shakeup. These trucks have just gone through a war this weekend. Nobody can get their truck to the finish line here.
And I talked about those rivalries. Both Greaves trucks now trying to hunt down Andrew Carlson. There is Paul Wolf, the rookie in that number 336 truck.
Yeah, it looks like Wolf's having a hard time rotating that truck. We're gonna go down trackside. What do you have for us, Haley?
Well, to make things even more interesting, the number 44, Jimmy Henderson, has exited the work area. He's back on track.
And managed to stay on the lead lap, though well behind the rest of the field. So we're riding along with Paul Wolf. Out of nowhere, Paul Wolf holding on to this Pro 4 lead, but Carlson starting to hunt him down. He's bringing company. CJ Greaves right behind Carlson.
Yeah, this isn't over yet. Andrew Carlson, your hometown boy, in that Red Bull ride, trying to hunt down Paul Wolf. He goes to the inside. Here comes Greaves.
Oh, Greaves hunting the bedside there at Carlson. I don't think we're done with this physical fight. Look at Carlson. He's getting held up by Wolf in the split lane.
Oh,
CJ
man,
Greaves.
CJ.
Greaves now trying to take over the lead from Wolf. Carlson able to cross over. Another shakeup. Now it's Greaves, Carlson, Wolf, your top three.
Boy, this track is starting to come apart. You got to remember the Pro 4 trucks, they really dig deep. You got to be patient. You got to hit your marks. CJ Greaves, your new race leader.
Track is coming apart. The trucks are coming apart as well. There's all kinds of fiberglass fireworks going off here in Pro 4. Let's see if the hometown boy Carlson can hunt down CJ Greaves, the 8-time champ.
Man, going through that section, those ruts have to be 4 or 5 feet deep. Looks like Johnny Greaves has a right front tire that's gone away. Here comes Carlson now. CJ over rotates just a little bit. It's gonna allow Carlson to button up on the back bumper. Oh, did you hear CJ? He jumped that truck and he revved it on the chip.
CJ just trying to stay out front right now of Carlson.
Man, it is all torn up out here.
Look at these trucks flying nearly 200 feet over the Yokohama flyaway. Whoa, and Carlson
Lost a tire.
He did. That thing shredded and absolutely exploded on the right rear of Carlson, and he was already going past the hot pit entrance. So Carlson is going to have to make a lap with a completely shredded right rear tire. Meanwhile, Johnny Greaves having some issues. He is parked off the racetrack. Who's going to finish? Who can make it to the finish?
Yeah, we're going to even have a truck that finishes first. Look at the parts are flying up in the grandstands off those tires.
Unreal scenes here in Pro 4. CJ Greaves just about the only truck running at race pace at this point. CJ Greaves headed for the Yokohama flyaway. Not much left of his truck either. Johnny Greaves making it around with nothing but a wheel on the right front there as the tire completely shredded on Carlson's truck.
This is a crazy Pro 4 race. We've never seen nothing like this. Nobody wants to finish it.
White flag is out for CJ Greaves.
He better just chill out and just let the truck come to him because this track is really torn up.
Meanwhile, it's still Andrew Carlson running in the second spot. He has nothing left of his right rear tire. We'll see if Paul Wolf is able to threaten Carlson for the second position.
What a great drive by Paul Wolf, though.
Terrific run for him. But CJ by himself, 12 seconds ahead, somehow persevered through everything that we've seen unfold here in Pro 4.
Man, we got tires laying on the side of the track. We have body panels. Like you said, it's fiberglass fireworks everywhere.
Get a look at Carlson. There's no rubber left on the wheel at all. He is just running around, metal on the ground. We'll see if Wolf has enough time. There is CJ Greaves somehow surviving for a win here in round 7. I haven't seen anything like this. Carlson really struggling. Can he hold on?
He's gonna hold on to that spot.
Unbelievable.
On
wow.
3 wheels and all, your hometown boy in the Red Bull ride, getting the job done. Paul Wolf with a great run in third.
Man alive, if that doesn't get the blood flowing. Look at Johnny Greaves trying to soldier on.
Yeah, Johnny Holder trying to get around him with less than 2 laps to go.
That's a battle for position, Brent. Holter trying to put the move on Greaves. Yeah, Greaves doesn't have a chance with that missing right front tire. So Holter will finish on the lead lap after the trouble that he had.
I think it just came down to never giving up. That was it. I mean, right after the restart, I knew we were going to be in a good position. We had a really fast truck and a little bit more speed than the front 2 guys, and just gloves off all day. So,
my goodness, Brent, I don't think I've ever seen a race like that in any class here in AMSOIL Championship Off-Road.
Man, I don't even know what part I liked. Everything I loved about this Pro 4 race. Body panels were flying off. Tires were flying off. We didn't know who was going to win at the end of this one.
As we leave you, take a look at our GoPro moment. Thanks, everyone, for watching AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. This is Pro Stock Side-by-Side. The man we just spoke with, CJ Greaves, running out front in that race. Looked to be very unbeatable. Pretty darn good day for CJ, finishing on top of the box in Pro Stock Side-by-Side. Finished second to AC in AMSOIL Pro Side-by-Side. And somehow survives for the Pro 4 win.